Hi there, 7th grade. Welcome to English. It's Thursday today. So go ahead and head over to the classwork tab and check out today's quick write. Make sure you get that done. Remember 5 complete and quality sentences. Your quick writes from Tuesday, Wednesday, and today are all due tomorrow at 1:30. So make sure those are done and turned in, okay? I hope you have your textbook out. Today I'm going to be going over what you should have marked in your story as well as answers to the comprehension check, okay? So if you don't have your textbook, please pause the video to get it so that we can go over those answers. All right. So the first thing you should have marked, take a look at paragraph 2. I asked you to mark where the best picker was from. So what was the information that told you where the best picker was from? You should have marked, I found out he was from Jalisco, the same state in Mexico my family was from. So you should have that marked. If you just have Jalisco, that's okay. But the full thing that tells you where he was from is, I found out he was from Jalisco, the same state in Mexico my family was from. That's the second to last sentence, okay? In paragraph 2. So make sure you have that marked. Next, head over to paragraph 15 on page 471. I asked you to mark the descriptions of the garage. So what was the garage like? You should have marked something from each sentence, okay? That entire paragraph is a description of the garage. So things like worn out by the years in the first sentence, no windows in the second sentence, walls eaten by termites, strained to support the roof full of holes, from the third sentence. The dirt floor populated by earthworms looked like a gray road map, from the last sentence. So you could have marked that entire paragraph, paragraph 15, as a description of the garage. Okay, next move on to paragraph 20 on page 472. For this one, I asked you to mark what the sun, the valley, and the vines were doing. So the verbs that told you what they were doing. So you should have marked 4 words. 4 words. In the second sentence, it says the sun kept beating. The verb there is beating, okay? Not kept, but beating. All right, and in the 4th sentence, finally the mountains around the valley reached out and swallowed the sun. So you should have marked reached and swallowed. 2 verbs for what the valley was doing, reached and swallowed. All right, a couple sentences after it says the vines blanketed the grapes. The verb there you should have marked as blanketed. So the vines covered the grapes, making it difficult to see the bunches. Okay, so 4 words. In the second sentence, beating. In the 4th sentence, reached and swallowed. And in the 6th sentence, blanketed. That's what you should have marked for paragraph 20. Okay? All right, we have one more. So go ahead and turn the page again to 474. This is the last paragraph, paragraph 32. I asked you to mark what closed the story. So how does it end? what I wanted you to mark was in the very last sentence, the very end of the story. So the way this story ends is similar to what we found out in the beginning. It says, "When I opened the door to our shack, I saw that everything we owned was neatly packed in cardboard boxes." That's the portion you should have marked. So this story ends with him coming home and finding out, oh, we're moving on again. So, would you be sad if you finally got into a place where you were doing really good and then all of a sudden you found out that, man, we have to leave again? It's kind of a sad ending, isn't it? Now the cycle will start over again, right? So that is what you should have marked in your close read. Go ahead and look at 475 and let's go over the comprehension check questions. So, number 1, what kind of work does Panchito's family do? So, what is their job? They're migrant farm workers. So, they're farm workers that move from place to place to get jobs to farm year-round. So, you know, there are seasons for crops. So, when they're done in one place, they have to move on to where they're harvesting the next thing so that they have work year-round. So they are migrant farm workers. Okay. Number 2, why does the family move at the beginning of the story? Well, they've been picking strawberries, but strawberry season is over. Just like in number 1, once the season is over, they have to move. So they have to find other work. So your answer is, they were picking strawberries, the season is over, they have to find other work. Okay, something along those lines. That is why the family had to move in the beginning. All right, number 3. Why does Papa warn his sons that the school bus is coming when they are picking grapes? Why does he warn them? Well, the boys are supposed to be in school, but they're working instead. This goes into even what we have today. It's called truancy. If you're of a certain age, you're expected to be at school. So for everyone here, it's from kindergarten to 12th grade, or at least until you're 18. You're expected to be in school. And if you're not, that's actually a legal issue. You can get in trouble with the law if you're not in school. It's called truancy, when you should be in school, but you are skipping without a good reason. So, to them, working was not going to be a good reason because they're so young. So, they had to hide so no one would see them and say, I wonder why those kids aren't in school. There's something wrong here. So, your answer to that is the boys should be in school, but they're working instead. All right, number 4, who befriends Panchito at school? Well, his best friend at school was his teacher, Mr. Lima. Mr. Lima befriends him, and he makes it a good experience for him, helps him with his English, teaches him to play the trumpet. Mr. Lima is Panchito's best friend. So you could have his teacher, Mr. Lima, or his teacher, Mr. Lima, whichever. All right, and number 5, write a brief summary of the circuit to confirm your understanding of the story. So for this one, your answers are all going to be a little different. I just wanted you to summarize, so tell me what the story was about. So an example of a summary, I just off the top of my head, would be something like, the narrator is a boy from Mexico whose family finds jobs as migrant farm workers moving from place to place. So when the strawberry season ends, they must move on to Fresno to find a job picking grapes. When the grape season is over, the narrator gets to go to school in 6th grade. He's scared and nervous, and he doesn't speak much English at home, so he's worried. His teacher, Mr. Lima, is very friendly and understanding and helps him to work on English, teaches him to play the trumpet, and makes him truly enjoy school. When he rushes home to tell his family about the trumpet, he only learns that they're moving again. So that's just an example off the top of my head of a summary. Your summaries are all going to be different as long as you told me or told yourself what the story was about. That's what you needed to do, okay? So we have gone through the circuit. What did you think? Was it interesting? Could you relate to any of it? There's going to be a question. It's kind of a quick write type question. There's not a certain number of sentences you need to do, but it's your final thoughts on the circuit. Okay? It's going to be under your classwork, just like a quick write. It'll be under assignments. Final thoughts on the circuit. I want you to tell me what you thought. Okay? What did you think of the circuit? Was it interesting? Was it good? Could you relate? That kind of stuff. If you have any questions, go ahead and put those there too, okay? After you finish your quick write for today and the final thoughts for the circuit, there is also a TED Talk, a short TED Talk that follows along with our essential question of how do we overcome obstacles, okay? So I want you to watch that TED Talk as well today. There's no assignment that goes with that. Just watch the video. It's a pretty interesting TED Talk. So that is your job for today. I do have my office hours on Google Meet today from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me either in Google Meet during office hours or through email or whatever. Don't forget to be doing your weekly check-in as well. That is worth 5 points from now on. So if I don't hear from you by Sunday, you're going to lose your 5 points for this week. So keep on top of that, okay? All right, that's all I have for you today in this video. So good luck and have a good day.